afternoon to you with another interesting episode of SMS Weekly, a program where we bring to light ways of growing and sustaining our micro, small and medium enterprises. I am Izunega, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're watching SMS Weekly right here on Galactic Television. Right now, a lot of small businesses are keen to different platforms where they can showcase their businesses and drive more traffic. Now, a multinational health wellness firm, Edmark International Group of Companies, has reaffirmed its determination to join other stakeholders to help wage war against hunger, poverty, and unemployment among Nigerians through, of course, small and medium-scale enterprises, network marketing, and information technology, among others, as they hold the very first Faaji night cashless market in Nigeria. Here's the story. The cashless night market was aimed at encouraging Nigerians to imbibe the culture of cashless policy currently trending across the globe. Speaking at the event powered by an arm of the company Edmark to Everything, the founder and chairman, Sam Lowe, while sharing the essence of the market, said ED2E aims to promote small businesses around the globe and getting more customers for their product.
We are having a very, very special occasion which is called the Faaji night. As you can see, we have invited stalls from all over the country. We have food stuff, we have jewelry, we have even massage, we have clothings. And more important is that we really want to reach out to all businesses where we can help them to draw more traffic so that more people is able to patronize their business. So this is what the ED2E is all about. Number one is we are using our platform, which is called ED2E. In other words, Edmark to Everything, where we are encouraging businesses right from food stuff, from restaurants, from clothing, from jewelries, from even shoemakers, bags, and a lot of them you can see these are all local stuff, yeah, where we are trying to help to drive traffic to them so that it can actually boost their business, and when their business are boosted, they can actually employ more people, and you can actually have they can actually buy more supply. So in other words, this is actually to boost the economy.
He was positive that the event will be as successful as the length of time it was planned.
We have actually been planning this particular event for the last 6 months. So, and you can see we are drawing a lot of excitement and drawing a lot of crowd here. So, and thank God also today it's a beautiful weather, and we even have a rainbow coming out. So I believe that this is going to be a very, very exciting, very successful event.
In same vein, an Edmark vendor buttressed the gains of partaking in the night market.
The night market is a new innovation we Edmarkers are introducing to Nigerian. This is one way we want to demonstrate our innovation to stimulate economy. As a result of our new introduction of ED2E, whereby we want to promote cashless transactions, whereby you allow cash to flow, because when the cash flow around the economy become more healthy and be stimulated. So Edmark is drawing customers to small-scale, medium-scale industries and promote merchants to sell out their goods, their services, so that they can be able to be happy through what they are doing, because every business person is looking for customer. And as you get more customers, you get more profit. So Edmark now stands in between the gap as a community to raise these customers to merchants, medium-scale, small-scale enterprises in a way that they can be able to be on their own independently. So this is what we call our own means of contributing to the economy of Nigeria. People come here to spend their money by getting their desired goods they want from this bazaar, and whatever they are buying, they are getting, when they spend their money to buy things, they get extra 5% given to them, and when they finish spending their money, they also get another loyalty percent of 1%. In all, whenever you spend, you make advantage of another 6% from your spending. Then the merchant themselves have customer traffic because people are willing to spend where they can earn. And Edmark bring this merchant, bring the consumers together and stand in between two of them. So when merchants are having more customers, their business is growing, and the consumers are happy that they are earning when they are spending. So this is what he did last July, and because of demand, the merchants love it so much. People sold their goods, they were so happy, consumers are so happy, so demand has been so much. Now Edmark decided now to do it for the second time in a larger way. That's why we're using a larger and bigger environment today, because we are having growth of more merchants, and our head point stand as means of payment. Our one head point represents 1 naira, and that's what we're doing here. So here, every transaction we are doing here today, you are not bringing cash, you are bringing head points to pay, and we open our app for people to use to make payment. So that is what we call Faaji night. So we decided to do it in a way that everybody will be incorporated. So after your work for the day, after your activity for the day, this evening we'll bring people together at the heart of Lagos here, Ikeja, for people to come and sell their goods, introduce their product to the consumers, and merchants, consumers are also willing to buy at a good rate and get paid. So that's what we call a Faaji night market. That's what we're doing here today. First of its time in the whole of Africa. So we're introducing it here in Nigeria today.
Business owners who came to showcase the product saw the market as an opportunity for exposure and networking, while some saw it as a platform to make profit and give back to their customers.
At every point in time, there is what we call the introductory stage, and that's what we call the maturity stage. So I'm seeing this fair as a point of introductory stage, introducing the markets, because we have so many entrepreneurs here at SOO that will see the different kind of products being showcased, and I'm looking at entrepreneurs as my proposed customers, because me seeing them, they can see a point of business from my own part, and I can see a point of business on their own part, and that's why we see the world as a spiral web. So them seeing a point of business through me and me seeing a point of business through them, it's all about connection, and business starts spreading that way.
Profit and giving back to the customer, because if a customer purchase a docket of 100,000, he has the opportunity of getting additional 5,000 naira on it.
A trial will convince you. A lot of customers have bought from me tonight, and they have actually not only gotten their satisfaction, but they have given me a Nike signature, which is a pass mark, and I'm in love with that.
So quickly, how would this fair, how would it add value to your business?
Yes, it's going to add value to me, because this trade fair or this night market is going to sell me to the world. It's going to add to my patronage. It's going to make me known, because I am really a bukalicious man, real African man. I deal on Amala on point, of father, without African paparazzi, without European paparazzi, pure Africa like Iru and Co, which is good for the health, which is good for the heart, which makes us sleep well at night. So I believe in that, and that is why I'm here, and that is why I've come to showcase, not to make money, but to sell myself to the world, to sell myself to the environs, to sell myself to Ikeja as a whole, and that's why I'm here.
Welcome back. Now, the United States African Development Foundation, in partnership with impact investing company Olin, has funded 12 entrepreneurs with a sum of $1.3 million grant, with the goal of expanding access to energy for on-desert markets in Nigeria. Now, this was disclosed on the sidelines of the All on Nigeria mini fair held in Lagos. Now, here is the report. Enjoy. President and CEO, U.S. African Development Foundation, C.D. Glean, while sharing the essence of the fair, emphasized the need to focus on the energy sector as a major challenge affecting small and medium-scale enterprises in Nigeria. He added that this is an opportunity for job creation and national development.
So the U.S. African Development Foundation is the U.S. government's African Enterprise Development Agency. We fund, we support Nigerian-owned and operated entrepreneurs and early-stage enterprises. And the energy sector is one of the sectors that we respond to in terms of meeting the needs and challenges and opportunities for Nigeria. So we're very committed to the off-grid energy sector, where we're supporting grassroots, small and medium-sized solar, wind, hydro, bio, energy entrepreneurs. This event was to celebrate the collaboration between the U.S. African Development Foundation and All On. All On is a subsidiary company of Shell Oil Nigeria. And the U.S. African Development Foundation and All On came together to jointly create a $3 million blended capital fund where we could fund up to 30 Nigerian renewable off-grid energy enterprises. So we announced today the funding of our first cohort of 10. So we have 10 businesses that are throughout the country that we have funded together with the U.S. African Development Foundation and All On. And so today is really about a thank you to those entrepreneurs for having great Nigerian developed solutions, and also congratulations to them to be awarded grant capital as well as loans. And then it also was a call to action for them to go out into the communities and to do more.
In same vein, Regional Director of the USADF, Tom Coogan, said the fair was to celebrate the spirit of Nigerian entrepreneurship. He added that the step-by-step progress would win the day with consistent efforts. According to him, there will be a successful implementation by the guarantees in the long run. Glenn also spoke on the criteria for being a guarantee.
The essence of this gathering is USADF and All On have collaborated to fund 10 off-grid energy entrepreneurs that we're now announcing and celebrating today. I think in a way that celebrates the spirit of Nigerian entrepreneurship, the same spirit I heard from Jeff Bezos 2 weeks ago called graduation ferocitor. Step-by-step ferociously, step-by-step progress towards seemingly impossible goals will win the day. Setbacks are temporary. Naysayers are best ignored. And I think that represents the spirit of our enterprises and the spirit of Nigerian entrepreneurship.
So the criteria is pretty stringent, but we look at things around how much impact the actual enterprise will have. We look at innovation of the solution. In some instances, there's a geographical perspective in terms of the Niger Delta. We look at the ability to increase incomes and to create jobs in rural areas, and then just access to power and to electricity for those communities. But we are looking at off-grid solutions. So this is solar solutions, hydro solutions, wind solutions, as well as bio solutions. So the sustainability plan for the actual entrepreneurs is there's different stages of funding that the actual businesses need. So right now we're in the early stage of finding, funding, and supporting early stage businesses. These are businesses that are creating solutions to Nigeria's energy challenges and the energy gap. So there's grant funding, then there's a debt facility coming through All On, but also we're looking to link them to those businesses to other forms of capital so that they can grow their businesses. We're looking at creating a cohort throughout the country of renewable energy, off-grid energy enterprises. And our funding and support is linked with the broader national sustainability plan of the Rural Electrification Agency. So off-grid energy is one of the priorities of the REA, the Rural Electrification Agency. So we want to do our part as the U.S. government and a U.S. government agency to help grow Nigerian off-grid energy businesses. And hopefully through our small funding, our startup funding, that there'll be other capital that comes to really make these businesses grow and transform the lives not only of hundreds of thousands of people, but millions of Nigerians throughout the country.
Some of the beneficiaries of the $1.3 million grant expressed gratitude to All On and the USADF for the one-time opportunity as they look forward to expanding their base from Lagos to other states with a major focus on SMEs.
A wonderful experience. We went through the competition and we emerged as one of the grantees, and we're looking to expand our services into Plateau and Rivers with the grant. Like everyone who lives in Nigeria, power is something we struggle with, and I believe the easiest way to get people and communities out of poverty, out of energy poverty, is to make the SMEs stronger. If you provide power for the SMEs, they have longer productive hours, they have more income, they have more stability, and that's providing energy security for them. So we've worked in these communities. We have been to over 200 communities across Nigeria, and it's a common problem we see with most SMEs in these communities. So that's why we've chosen the few that we know that are stable and are willing to pay, and they really need the access as well.
Started with an idea, working with some guys in Canada. We basically looked at the problems in Nigeria specifically, but more so West Africa. Saw that there was an opportunity here to try and capitalize on the lack of access to energy. So we came up with a solar-based renewable solar generator, and that's the start of it. ADF, we've always heard of them. We heard of Power Africa as well, and we knew USADF was committed to funding projects in Africa that improved the quality of life. So we took a punt, like with most things. We applied for the grant. We put forward a very strong business case. Went through a series of interviews. You've got to be really determined to actually want the money, because it can be quite off-putting. But we went through the interviews. We scaled through, and we're very lucky to have been awarded $100,000. So the plan for us is initially to prove out the pilot. So 10 iCabins will be in country within 6 months. 2 are going to be here in November. After that, we intend to roll out up to 5,000 iCabins by year 5. So really, we're looking to be on a very, very high rollout plan. Absolutely. So, I mean, for us, there are certain aspects to this. Financial inclusion is a big part of what we do. Our model, so our MD, the woman who eventually runs the company, is a female, and we are biased actually towards empowering women and having them become contributors to the financials in the household. So most of our operators will be women. We see 3 operators per cabin, so by the time we have 10, we're creating direct employment, 30 jobs. There'll be guys who charge the iPacks, who bring them and take them away. So there's opportunities for plenty of jobs for young people, for women, and for men as well.
The broader purpose of the fair is to bring together entrepreneurs who are dedicated to providing energy here in Nigeria. USADF Chairman Jack Leslie has this to say.
Well, the conference today is the announcement of 10 grants that are being made jointly by USADF and All On, which is a project of Shell Oil. The broader purpose really is to bring together in Nigeria entrepreneurs who are dedicated to providing energy, innovative energy to communities. Much of it's solar, but we've just learned there are lots of other renewable energy sources that they're working on. Well, the United States government's determined, and Africa has basically told us, that one of the most important things that we can do for people is to provide access to energy. So the U.S. government has launched an initiative called Power Africa, which USADF is part of, and we believe that it's one of the most important things that we can help to help Africa to develop.
Well, more entrepreneurs are coming up with mind-blowing things, and what you have seen so far tells us Nigerians are really talented. Now let's keep the talent going, coupled with our skills, and we will go places. It's a wrap up on the program for today. To join me again next time for a more exciting episode. But until then, let's keep patronizing Made in Nigeria product. I am Izzy Egacy. Do have a pleasant day ahead.
He's doing